Is poor guard play ruining your life? Call 1-900-555-5 today to connect with our point guard specialists.
Choosing the wrong point guard cost me my career. I really wish I had called 5 sooner.
Don't let subpar guard play tear your family apart. Call 1-900-555-5 today.
Call me quick, fast, in a hurry, and I'll come running to you. Quick, fast, in a hurry, and I'll come running to you.
Hello? Who is this? John Morant? Buddy, I already told you nobody's calling 12 anymore. Yeah, the kids want 5. Lawsuit. Shove it up your... Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. It's been about 2 weeks since I made a video detailing everything going wrong with the 1-4 Raptors, and since then, they've been on an absolute heater, winning 10 of their last 11. And one of the main guys I critiqued in that video was starting point guard Immanuel Quickley, and I'm happy to say he's done a complete 180 and has really been hooping the last 10 games. The Raptors currently have the best half-court offense in the league, and Immanuel Quickley's improved play is a big reason for that. He's leading the team in assists with 6.1 per game and has a very impressive 3.7 assist-to-turnover ratio, which is imperative for Coach Darko's system as the Raps are currently third in the league in assists per game. His improved play has stabilized the Raps' half-court and supercharged their transition game. They are leading the league in transition frequency, and they create transition opportunities off live ball misses 12.3% more when Quickley is on the court. All this results in a high-powered Raps offense that is currently 5th in the league in offensive rating. Obviously, the whole team deserves credit for this, but I wanted to highlight Immanuel Quickley's contributions as he's done so under immense scrutiny, and I think his ability to turn it around has really saved the Raptors season. I want to start by looking at what has changed from the first 6 games to the last 10 games. 3 main things I noticed was fast break volume, 3-point volume, and how often his made field goals were assisted. Through the first 6 games, he averaged 13.3 points, 3.8 rebounds, 6.8 assists on 39, 25, 72 shooting splits with a minus 5.2 net rating. And over the last 10 games, he's averaged 17.5 points, 5 rebounds, 5.7 assists on 52, 45, 83 shooting splits with a plus 9 net rating. That is obviously a massive jump in his counting stats and his efficiency, but how did he get there? Well, let's start with fast break volume. As I mentioned before, the Raptors produce a lot of transition opportunities, and in the first 6 games, Immanuel Quickley was only averaging 1.8 fast break points per game. But in the last 10, he is averaging 5.5 fast break points a game. That alone makes up for his improvement in points per game, and it's not hard to see why. Everybody knows Immanuel Quickley is one of the faster players in the league, so his ability to get a run on the break is a great way to generate easy offense for him and for his teammates. His increase in fast break point volume revolutionizes the way the Raptors are able to generate offense. And for a team that forces a lot of turnovers like the Toronto Raptors, this is an excellent way to punish your opponent for their mistakes. The second adjustment Quickley has made from the first 6 games to the last 10 games is 3-point frequency. In his first 6 games, just 46% of his shots taken were threes, and in his last 10 games, 57% of his shots taken are threes. Now, part of this is because Immanuel started off very cold from 3 to start the season, so it'd be kind of dumb for him to continuously take threes, and as his shot has come back long and as they're falling, he's definitely taking more. And a side effect of his 3-point frequency increasing is opening up the floor for Scottie Barnes and Brandon Ingram a lot more as he provides spacing. In the first 6 games, as we saw him struggling shooting, Immanuel had to start driving the ball because he was still trying to provide offense, and when he did so, he wasn't making the best decisions when he would touch the paint. Increasing his 3-point volume, along with him making a lot more threes, has allowed him to make better decisions that serve the team better. At the beginning of the season, I said that a good way to tell if Immanuel Quickley is playing his game is whether his drives are lower than his 3-point attempts. And for the first 6 games, that wasn't the case. He was driving more than he was taking threes, and it was really hurting the Raptors' half-court offense. Now that he has figured out that point of his game, it has opened things up for everybody, and the Raptors' offense is really humming because of it. And speaking of good offense, the third way that his game has changed from the first 6 games to the last 10 is the percentage of his field goal makes that are assisted and unassisted. In the first 6 games, 63% of his field goal makes were unassisted, but in the last 10 games, just 35% of his field goal makes were unassisted, which is a great sign that he is fitting into the Raptors offense rather than kind of breaking it by trying to play hero ball in a sense. This also indicates that he is thriving more in an off-ball role, which is what everybody was hoping for coming into the season as he plays alongside Ingram, Scottie, and RJ. I think there are enough indicators there that show that Immanuel taking a step back from trying to dominate the ball and creating his own offense entirely has really improved the Raptors' offense overall. Now, this might be a byproduct of him connecting a lot more on his threes, but one thing is for sure is that he is spending a lot less time on offense searching for his shot. He is more deliberate, and in doing so, he is less disruptive of the offense in general. At the beginning of the season, Immanuel was developing a rep of being kind of a selfish player, which is not accurate to who he's been his whole career. With his unnaturally high on-ball frequency at the start of the year and the majority of his shots being self-generated, it was hard not to look at it like he was hijacking the offense. Thankfully, over this last very successful stretch of games for the Raptors, he has really settled into his role, which is often hard for players to do, but Immanuel Quickley is not a selfish player and he is purely focused on winning. And the results are showing that the role he is playing right now in the Raptors offense is translating to a lot of winning basketball. On the defensive side of the ball, he's been pretty consistent all year, at least with the trend that the Raptors defense is doing. Most of the team was struggling on defense to start the year, and they've really locked it in over the last, 8-9 games probably. He's been very active. He's second on the team in steals, so he's doing a great job of generating disruptions. And this level of defense is pretty much what I expected out of him. Nothing crazy, but definitely not a bad defender. As it stands right now, the Raptors are on a 6-game winning streak heading into what looks like a pretty easy game against the Brooklyn Nets, although surprises can always happen. Hopefully this isn't a trap game. Through the first 16 games, Scottie Barnes and Brandon Ingram have been pretty consistent. RJ's been slumping a little bit, and Yak has really come back into form. But the way that Quickley has elevated his play from the first 6 games to the last 10 has been a main factor in the Raptors' winning streak and the Raptors really solidifying themselves as a strong team in the Eastern Conference. For this reason, I think that he is saving the Raptors' season. If he can keep up this level of play and consistency and shooting, the Raptors will be a threat and they should be able to settle nicely into a playoff spot. Being a point guard for the Toronto Raptors is not an easy task. You are always held up against Kyle Lowry, who, in my opinion, is one of the most complete point guards we've seen in the NBA in a very long time. So it's quite a high bar to measure up to. And Quickley's struggles will continue to be magnified and scrutinized because that's just how we treat point guards in Toronto. But I'm happy to say that his improved play is proving a lot of people, including me, wrong, because I was pretty down on him at the start of the season. I'm hoping he can keep up this level of production because it's been super fun to watch, and at his best, he's a very exciting, fast, joyful player to watch. Anyway, that's all I have on this. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. I try to put out new videos every week, mostly Raptors content, but I do sometimes talk about other NBA topics. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.